Mercenaries, often referred to as the horrors of war, are a ubiquitous sight anytime there is an armed conflict anywhere in the world. Anytime there is any kind of violence, they are there to make money off of it in any way, shape, or form. They can even appear at your front door, as one American YouTuber did learn. Hasbro is a world-famous toy company. They own the rights to pretty much every board game in existence. They essentially have no competition in the board and card game market. They also produce almost all the popular brand of toys, from Nerf, Transformers, Play-Doh, to Monopoly, and Peppa Pig. One of their more revenue-intensive brands is Magic the Gathering. Now, this is a strategy collectible card game that was started in 1993. Now, I best remember it from my high school years, about 25 years ago, trying to play the game. Unfortunately, I was never able to quite understand it. Meet the YouTuber Dan Oldschool MTG Canon. His channel is dedicated to the game Magic the Gathering. Nothing serious, just a simple channel dedicated to a game with roughly 5,000 subscribers. He had gone to his dealer to purchase some cards, and that's when this terrible incident began. March of the Machine, The Aftermath, is an upcoming 50-card MTG card set that is set to release on May 12 of this year. It's intended to be a supplement to the March of the Machine expansion, which came out last Friday. The streamer intended to purchase the publicly available expansion set, but somehow received the allegedly unreleased Aftermath set instead. What followed was a terrifying incident that this man and his wife surely will never forget. According to the YouTuber, mercenaries from the legendary company the Pinkertons came to his home and demanded that the cards that he was in possession of were allegedly stolen property, that he'd be arrested if they were not handed over. They also cited statutes with punishments up to $200,000 in fines and up to a decade of jail time. Speaking to Kotaku, Canon said, "The gentleman there was very nice and very apologetic about making my wife cry first thing in the morning by sending these heavy-duty lawmen coming to collect stuff and talk about stolen products and jail time. I don't know if they believed that anybody stole it or anything, if it was just an accident, but they wanted the product back so they could figure out where the hole was. He did apologize, and they know they took a lot of stuff which we had paid a lot of money for. They did say they would compensate us by sending some other product. They also said if I didn't hand over the product, they would call the county sheriff and detain us until they arrived to arrest us and search my house for the product, and they would most likely force us to show receipts for every magic card in the house, which is literally over 1 million cards." Wizards of the Coast, a subsidiary of Hasbro that deals with the game, which became a subsidiary in 1999, has neither confirmed nor denied that they were responsible for the Pinkertons attacking this man's home. They say they did hire the firm as private investigators to determine where the leak of the cards had come from, but they will neither confirm nor deny that they had sent it to their house. But they do apologize for any misunderstanding. If the name the Pinkertons sounds familiar, it should. They're the villains from the video game Red Dead Redemption 2, but their real-life actions are much worse than they are portrayed in the game. They have quite the history. They've long been strikebreakers and union busters, thugs hired to violate some of the most basic rights of laborers. In the past, they've murdered steel workers at the orders of capitalists. Today, there is less killing, but the anti-union work continues. Recently, Amazon used them to spy on European workers who engage in union activism. Facebook and Google have used them to spy on their own employees. They have been such a negative force that Congress passed a law in 1892, the Anti-Pinkerton Act, limiting the U.S. government's ability to hire mercenaries. This kind of terroristic behavior by a corporation is essentially nothing new. This has been going on since even before the days of Karl Marx and the original warning we've had of this. It reminds us exactly how little our lives mean in comparison to the profits of the capitalist class. And this is the kind of length that they're willing to go to in order to preserve, that very profit motive. And on top of that, much more terrible things happen around the world because of it. This is just an extreme case for the first world. This reminds us that we as a people don't matter to those people, and why it is high time that we move beyond a profit-centric system and that we reorganize society to fit more human need than it is to fit human greed, and that this necessity to change our lives and change our system becomes more evident by the day. Reporting from Niagara Falls, Jason Unruhe, MRN. Thank you for watching. If you like this program, then please head over to my Patreon page and set up a monthly donation. It's your donations that keep this program running. Also, if you would like, please rate, comment, subscribe, and share in various social media.